folks, and welcome to my channel. It's James here. We're going to do shelf 2 of my complete collection, and I was going to talk a little bit about my shelves, and more recently I've been getting rid of stuff to try and make my collection a bit more favourites of mine. But as I look at it, there are still some on there that I wouldn't consider favourites or I haven't watched yet. And I do like to have a few that I've not watched to put on, but I think the percentage of unwatched is too high. So I'm working on it. It's always a work in progress in your collection. So let's go through shelf 2. So we start off with a wee section here. And first of all, probably better get a better camera angle, isn't it? It's not the greatest camera angle, isn't it? So let's move you to here. Let's see if that's any better. Yeah. So we'll start off with Stalingrad. Great movie, but I haven't watched the Blu Ray copy yet. I'll keep that one out for now just to make it easier to pull things off the shelf. This is actually one of my favourite films apart from the ending, and it's Johnny Depp, who's a book collector, and this is a German version, as you can see, of The Ninth Gate. I don't believe there's a UK Blu Ray of that one. Keep them out for now just to make it a little bit easier. Next, I picked these ones up off Amazon Germany really cheap, and they're basically Arrows but in a thinner case. I think they've got the same version as Arrows got on there, but have I watched them? Truth of the matter is I haven't. So we have, can we see that for the glare? There we go. Happy Hell Night. Don't know anything about it. The Suckling. Now, we do have a Danish release, and this didn't have a UK Blu Ray for the longest time, but now it does. And another one everybody seems to dislike, but I enjoy, with Courtney Cox, Dolph Lundgren, Frank Langella, and the guy, Tom Paris. What's his name? Out of Voyager. It's He-Man and the Master of the Universe. Everybody didn't like that movie, but I did. Well, say everybody. Maybe some people did like it. If you did like the movie, let me know. We also have another one of these cult classic ones, TNT. We got it because Eric Roberts was in it, and I've yet to watch it. We then have a decent movie. I've only watched it once, and everybody says it's a masterpiece, but I just wasn't. I don't know, maybe I'm missing something. So we'll definitely be keeping Mel Gibson in Apocalypto. Should really be in the Mel Gibson section. We also have classic, which is a long time since I've seen it, Weekend at Bernie's. Another network release. We also have Sam Rockwell in The Moon. I don't think I've seen this network one either, but it's Michael Caine and it's Ipcress File. Now, one network I have watched and I really enjoy it, and I was really happy to add this to the collection, and I'm glad I got it when I did. So I watched this when I was a kid and I always found it fascinating, and I've changed it to a black case. Raise the Titanic, where the Titanic is raised from the ocean bed. I don't think at the time they discovered the Titanic when they filmed it. Maybe they had, maybe they hadn't. And this one I picked up in the charity shop. It's a Hammer horror one. Hands of the Ripper. Then we have another good network one. I haven't opened this, but I have seen the film. The reason I actually bought that one is because the whole film was on YouTube, and I really enjoyed it. So when I went and seen the whole film on YouTube, I thought I should get the Blu-ray of that, and I did. But at the time, I just recently watched it, so I hadn't opened it yet, so I should probably go back to that one. Just while we're here, I just got a message from Ollie on WhatsApp, from Ollie Love Films, just while I was filming there, and it asked me, will I be available for the live stream on Monday? And I will message Ollie back and I will tell him, yes, I'll be available for the live stream. And so if you want to watch me and maybe some other guests with Ollie on Monday evening, 7:30, usually stay on a couple of hours on the live stream, just talking about movies. Sometimes there's a quiz. So if you want to join in and see that, then find all of those films, subscribe to them, or just go find them and join and get ready for the stream on Monday. But I'm sure they would appreciate a subscribe as well. As would I, by the way. Thank you very much. I'd appreciate that because I'm doing not bad. I'm like 9 away from 1,000. That's not too bad, is it? Let's get back to the shelf. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. True Toe Popper's original classic. I'm going to be honest with you. I watched that. It wasn't for me. I was actually thinking about trading that in, but I've got Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, and that has got Dennis Hopper in it. And I was thinking, I wanted to watch that one. People say that one's better, so if you're going to have two, you may as well having one for now, aren't you? And that is but I didn't enjoy it. Oh, we'll slide along a little bit and see what else we've got here. Now, some of these movies here are combined into... Oops! I've knocked over my stand. You're on the floor. Here we are. Oh dear. Let's try and recover that. We're still filming. Let's go. Right, let's get back to where we were. What was I talking about? I was about to say some of these have got two movies in them each, so we'll have to double check them as we go. But to start off with, look at that dust in the corner. That's not good, is it? It's dust on my movies. Can't have that. So, as I was saying, my first set here is Jean-Claude Van Damme movies. And these ones won't have two in them. I always wanted to get the complete set of this, but I haven't got the complete set of this yet. I think I'm missing a few. Universal Soldier Returns, I think, is one of them. I'm not quite sure what the other ones are. Can't remember. Right, so we'll start off with, we've got Double Impact, where Jean-Claude Van Damme does some action and pretend he's a twin. I enjoy it. We've got Street Fighter with Kylie Minogue and Jean-Claude Van Damme. Again, it's a terrible movie, but I enjoy it. Maximum Risk. I haven't yet watched this one. I do remember it. Go on, Cookie. Go beat it. I don't quite remember it, but Roy sent me this. He said it was awful. And then he said, do I want it? And I said, of course. I want it for my collection. These ones are all numbered as well, these Jean-Claude Van Damme ones. That one's like 2,151, but I've got some like really low numbers in here somewhere. What's Street Fighter's one? Street Fighter's not a limited edition. How's that? That's weird. All of them had numbers. I didn't even notice that before. Double Impact does. 1,760. We've got Knockoff, which I'm yet to watch. Jean-Claude Van Damme. Getting 140 numbered. The Replicant. I haven't watched that one yet, but I will do. What number's you? 1,685. Legionnaire, which I do really like, and Roy really likes this one as well. And I've watched it recently, but I didn't have to open my Blu Ray. Give me 2 secs, I'm going to have to get Cookie be quiet. It wouldn't be an episode of the Movie Mad channel without a Cookie interruption, would it? So, I seen Ellie Loves Films video the other day, so I should put a comment on that and say, I should have said thanks for the shout out. I hope I remembered. I was watching on my TV though, I meant to go back and do that. It's weird you can't make comments on your TV. So thanks for shouting me that, and he says, like your videos, even with Cookie interruptions. I think something like that. So thanks for the shout out, Ellie. Again, we've got Double Team. with Rodman and Van Damme. Again, another decent one. Well, I thought it was decent. Cyborg, I've watched this recently, but it was so dated, I just turned it off. It wasn't just dated. I don't know what it was about it, but I just wasn't in the mood for it at that particular time. But that doesn't mean I don't want it in my nice Van Damme collection. Look, 009. 3 zeros and a 9 for that one. And we have a story. This is the one I really, really wanted to get. And I've got 2 thank yous in this one. And that is, first of all, to Larry for getting me Nowhere to Run. I've watched this several times. It is one of my favourite Jean-Claude Van Damme movies. Time Cop, Universal Soldier, and this. I do like Hard Target as well. No, right, so Nowhere to Run. So, very kindly, Larry sent me this from Amazon, but it didn't come with a slip. And Ash over at Popcorn and Horror must have seen that video. He then sent me the slip. He asked Roy for my address. It was slightly wrong. He sent it at Christmas time, but I didn't get it till like March, April. And he sent me the slip cover. Because he must have been trading it in. So that's excellent. That's excellent. So, we move on. These are the non 4K ones. I think I need to get Bloodsport and Kickboxer. They're 2 ones I need to get. But we've got Sudden Death. That's the one where he's the hockey player. He's in the hockey arena. Cookie, will you be quiet? Hard Target. Again, this is another one of my favourites. I think the square's getting it. That's better. Hard Target, another one of my favourites. Cookie, go eat it. Right. So there we go. Hard Target. We also have, this is when I've started to combine them by the looks of it. So we have Time Cop in here. And can I remember what I've combined it with? No. Time Cop is a great one. That's probably, Hard Target, Time Cop and Universal Soldier are probably the height of Van Damme's star power. So really great films, these ones, I think, anyway. So what have we got in with Time Cop? Oh yes. I combined it with another Larry gift, which was JCVD, and I have watched that. Basically, Jean-Claude Van Damme is playing himself, and he somehow falls into a post office robbery. I want to say it's been a while, but I think I was not watching that fully because I think I fell asleep and I didn't get every piece of the movie, so I really need to rewatch that. It was only recently I watched it, so I don't really reserve judgment on that one for now because I don't want to say it was good or bad because I've not given it a fair chance yet. We also have some. We better move along a bit. We'll get a bit low on that. Let's. Can we go up a bit any higher? Can we? A little bit. There we go. So next we have No Retreat, No Surrender. I haven't opened that one yet. And if I had to say what my favourite Jean-Claude Van Damme movie, it'd be hard to be between this, Time Cop, Hard Target, and Nowhere to Run. Would be hard, but I do really, really like Universal Soldier. And there's a bit where he's in the cafe and he's eating his lunch, and and the guy's just trying. He think he's got no money, and they start fighting him, and he just, I just want to eat. I think that's my favourite part of that whole film. It's just great. Dolph Lundgren playing the bad guy. Well, is he a bad guy? He's a dead guy. Well, he was a bad guy, and then he was a dead guy. Yeah, he is a bad guy. So. Got that on 4K a long time ago, and it's a great movie. So, what do we have next? Next, we're moving on to a wee Denzel Washington section. I'm not saying everything Denzel I've got is up here, because it probably isn't, but a lot of it is. So, we'll start off with The Pelican Brief. Julia Roberts, Denzel Washington. I really enjoy this movie. Conspiracy theory movie. Basically, almost like conspiracy theory with Julia Roberts and Mel Gibson. But I'll have to take this out as protective cover because, as you will see, I've also combined this movie. Most of these are combined in the Denzel Washington section. And what have we combined it with? Another one of my favourite, absolute favourite Denzel Washington movies, The Book of Eli. If you haven't seen The Book of Eli, sometimes I like just switching the covers over. It makes my shelves look different. So why don't we do that just today? Let's change you from Pelican Brief to the front. To Book of Eli. Twist in that, I didn't see it coming. You rewatch the film, you can sort of see the twist, but I really, really like that film. I think it's a very worthy film. And I do combining, but I've got my limits, okay? And my limits with combining is if I've got two with slip covers, I can't do it. So I've got Equalizer, and the Equalizer 2 should be really in order, shouldn't it? Equalizer's a good film. I think the second one's a bit weaker, but it's still a decent film. I've yet to see the third one. So enjoyed those two. Next, we have a film that I looked and left on my shelf for a long while, but I actually really enjoyed it. It's John Q. All about a father trying to help his son who needs some medical assistance in America and he's not getting it. So he takes things to the extreme. Robert Duvall, James Wood, and Hirsch, and Ray Liotta. So great cast. So that's why that one's on the front. But I'm guessing I've combined this one, have I? Yes, I have. And it's combined with A Man on Fire. Another decent Denzel Washington movie, but I've not watched it for a while. We then move on to The Bone Collector. This is going to be a long video with combines, eh? So maybe people like long videos, maybe they don't. You can always not watch it if you don't want it, but I like to talk about movies, and that's what I'm doing this morning. The Bone Collector. Denzel Washington plays a paralysed cop who's got a young rookie assisting him with some murders, and they solve them, or do they? What have we got in with The Bone Collector? Because guarantee I've combined it. I do. I have, and it's another decent Denzel Washington movie. It is Courage Under Fire. Meg Ryan and Denzel Washington. I think Meg Ryan is a helicopter pilot. She's accused of doing something. Denzel Washington's her lawyer. Right, I've got a cover on this one, so I'm going to have to pull this one out. And this isn't a Denzel Washington movie. It's the original taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3. But as it's in the Denzel Washington section, there must be some kind of Denzel Washington thing. And let's just change the covers, because you'll see why. There we go. It is changed. I think it makes it more appropriate to be changed as well, because it's in the Denzel Washington section. It's the remake of Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3. And I actually have to say, on this one, I prefer the remake. Denzel Washington and John Travolta, great movie. I just enjoy the remake more than I enjoy the original. Maybe it's because I've seen this one first. Most likely is. And, you know, these things happen, you know, it's generational. I think sometimes, you know, which movies you see first. Just putting these back in the protective covers, and we'll put them back in. There we go. And what have we got next? Denzel Washington and Malcolm X. I watched this the other day. I didn't finish it because it was so long. Is it one of my favourites? I would say it's a good movie. Is it one of my favourites? I have to say no. But if you're going to have a Denzel Washington collection, probably got to have Malcolm X in it, haven't you? And I guarantee you, I've combined this one with something. Maybe not. Maybe I have. Maybe I'm not. I have, and it's just another Denzel Washington movie called The Little Things, which I've not seen yet, so I can't tell you anything about it. We next get to another. How many times can I say Denzel Washington in the same video? If you've counted them, let me know. Denzel Washington, just for an extra. There we go. So we've got Unstoppable, which is a great movie. That's a triple play. It's got a slipcover, so I'm not going to have combined it. I really like that one. And look, you can get 60% off paintballing. So I think that's a great movie, Unstoppable. So this is a quality. I think this is a quality shelf. That are all movies I want, ones I want to watch. We're getting it to fit. This could be in the Gene Hackman section, but who's the bigger star, Denzel Washington or Gene Hackman? There's a debate for you. Who's the bigger star? But as Gene Hackman section is just above, it's not like it's too far. And I've combined this one with another one, so it must be another Denzel. So that's probably why it's in this section. What have I combined it with? Flight. Denzel Washington plays a pilot who lands a plane after an emergency. Something goes wrong with the plane, but he is drinking, and they try and blame him for the accident, even though he was probably the only one that could land the plane. Still shouldn't have been drinking though, should he? Right, what we got next? Not Denzel, obviously the character. This one I picked up on my last trip to the caravan in the retro store that I go to. And I've not watched it yet. It does play. It is a Region A, and I picked it up for the summerly price of £1 Hurricane, so I should get to that. There we go. Next, we're coming to a Harrison Ford section. Is it all my Harrison Ford movies? I'm not quite sure. This is going to be a long video. Patriot Games. I'm going to tell you that this was probably the weaker of the Jack Ryan movies, but it's got Sean Bean in it. I watched this when I was 15 years old on videotape, maybe 15 or 16 years old on videotape. Around at my friend's house, we went down to the video shop and we hired it on a Friday afternoon. I remember it distinctly. And we thought it was a good movie at the time. It's just a bit dated. It's also got Richard Harris in it, isn't it? When I say it's a bit dated, you've got to have it as part of the Jack Ryan collection. And would I sit down and watch it again? Yes, I would. Definitely. We add in. This is obviously in the Jack Ryan section, but it's not. Harrison Ford, Morgan Freeman, and Ben Affleck in The Sum of All Fears. And I really like The Sum of All Fears. But I should probably move The Hunt for Red October over here as well, shouldn't I? But for now, it's there. Then we also have the other Harrison Ford one, which is probably my favourite Harrison Ford one, which is Clear and Present Danger, with William Dafoe and the helicopters and everything like that. Great movies, them. Great movies. We then move on to Blade Runner. Right, we're going to talk about this. And we're going to talk about this, and I'm going to be controversial. Do I think it's a good movie? Yes. Is it one of my favourites? No. I actually prefer Blade Runner 2049. But couldn't have Blade Runner 2049 without this one. And it is still a good movie, it is. And it also paved the way for a lot of, rainy sci-fi. I don't think you'd have the Matrix rain scenes and things like that if it wasn't for Blade Runner. Forgot to take the stickers off this one. I got it from CX, as you can see. But can't beat Fugitive. Tommy Lee Jones chasing Doctor who's accused of killing his wife. And did he do it or did he not? Well, if you've not seen the movie, I'm not going to tell you. Watch it and find out. What a great movie that is. Try and take off the stickers. I'm sure that'll lengthen the video somewhat. Got one of the stickers off. What have we got next? Coming up. We should really put Blade Runner 2049 next to Blade Runner, shouldn't we? Yeah, let's put that there. Let's put The Fugitive in there. Movie I wanted to watch from Harrison Ford. And it's got Ray Liotta. It's crossing over. And I've combined this one. And I've combined it with, I think, an underrated Harrison Ford movie. Harrison Ford isn't the star, but it's Ender's Game. And I actually really, really like Ender's Game. Story of a world that's been annihilated by aliens, and children are the new advanced weapons that they use to control drones, to, like a video game, to sort them out, so to speak. We then also have Air Force One. That is one I should upgrade to 4K. I will do eventually. You can't have them all. You've got to have aspiring in your collection. It's always evolving, always growing. If you got everything you wanted and everything you had in your collection, where to go from there? Who knows? I don't think I've combined the Air Force One, but I could be wrong. You better open it and see. It feels rather heavy for not to be combined. And I have combined it. I've combined it with a Harrison Ford thriller, Firewall. These shelves are taking a lot longer because I've combined them, aren't they? Now, we've got another one that very kindly Larry sent me. He sent me a few on that shelf, to be fair. He really does look after me and Roy. I really appreciate that. He had the I had the Blu Ray. He found this 4K in the charity shop, and I actually said I really enjoy this movie, and I do. It's The Fifth Wave with Chloe Grace Martinez, all about an alien invasion. That's my sort of thing: alien invasion, end of the world. And I actually really enjoyed that one. And when he said we would be happy with the Blu Ray, so we swapped, which was really nice of him. So great. Now I'm thinking, right, this is almost entirely, I wasn't going to say entirely 4K shelf, but it's got quite a lot of 4Ks on it. I might move this collection to another shelf, because I'm getting rid of some movies, some ones I don't want, and I could move this whole section that's coming up to another section and get some more 4Ks up there. I think that's probably going to be the plan. But let's see, this is a Universal collection that I've got. I think there's 21 in there, but I have nowhere near the complete set. Let's just put it that way so we can see. So we've got Doctor Strangelove. Never seen it, but it is my type of thing, because it's the end of the world movie. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Again, I've seen it. I thought it was okay. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I've also got another copy of this, the extended version. I probably should get rid of the extended if I'm keeping this one. Bill Murray movie that I really, really enjoy. Again, I should upgrade that one. I've seen it and I should get it. I should get a picture. So I do watch that quite often. Groundhog Day. What's the song playing in Groundhog Day? Ollie gave me the quiz and I never got it. It's I've Got You Babe by Cher. Phil Connors? And the movie I give a hard time to, but everybody loves this. I'm not saying I don't like the film. I'm just saying it's just not one of my favourites. You know, Lawrence of Arabia. Do really enjoy this one with Dustin Hoffman. And notice this does not have the number on the inside of the spine. Every other one has. So I don't know why that is, but it's Kramer versus Kramer with Meryl Streep and Dustin Hoffman. Again, another movie that I think is okay. It's just not my favourite. Robert De Niro and Taxi Driver. Do you like Boys in the Hood? Ice Cube, Lawrence Fishburne, and Cuba Gooding Jr. Stand By Me. Again, you know, I like Will Wheaton, River Phoenix, Corey Feldman. All of those characters are sound. And everybody really, again, I keep saying everybody, but for me, it's a good movie. I didn't see when it first came out, so it doesn't sort of resonate with me. And a movie I've yet to watch, and I should. It's Gandhi. As Trigger would say, he only made that one movie, didn't he? He made that one movie and it disappeared. Oh, that's still funny. Only Fools and Horses reference there. The Guns of Navarone, absolute classic. Another absolute classic coming up here. Glory. With Matthew Broderick. Handy, it's on the Denzel Washington shelf. Denzel Washington and Morgan Freeman. That is a really good movie. But the first black division in the Civil War, led by Matthew Broderick. A long time ago, Al said to me, do you have the cover for one of these? And I said I didn't, and it turns out I did. I didn't want to chuck it out because somebody will need it, and it's the cover for Boys in the Hood. So if anybody does need that from missing them from their collection, just let me know, and they can have it. Oh, last one. It's the prison movie. He's in trouble for drugs in Thailand, something like that, based on a true story. Midnight Express. Decent shelf, that. Decent shelf. Can I improve it? Always room for improvement, isn't there? Always room for improvement. But I think that's a pretty decent shelf. What do you guys think? Tell me about your thoughts on any of the movies, my collection, and what you think of my organisation structure. That's funny, isn't it? Because I don't have one. Well, I sort of do. It's just a weird one, isn't it? So, I'll leave you to the rest of your day, guys, and thank you for watching. Why are they all sticking up a bit? Let's fix them. Thanks very much, guys, and I'll see you next time on the Movie Mad channel.